people. We're going to be going live here soon. You just hold tight. Yeah, you're right. It's muted. That's just what happens. Can you hear that guy in the background? Well, enjoy the visuals. Enjoy the visuals. All right, the words for tonight for John. There's only 2 of them. It's dog and barbecue sauce. Okay, dog. Well, technically it's 3. Dog, barbecue sauce. How about that? There you go. I'm good at words. We're live.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the show you never knew you were waiting for. Brought to you live at one time from a basement located somewhere in the Midwest. Digital Barnyard presents The Digression.
I know I've told a lot of these stories because it was the 80s.
Oh, boy. The fucking 80s, yeah. That's funny. His wife is watching.
Oh, she's watching.
No. This is funny.
This is funny. We'll just let it go.
This will be cool. Yeah.
We're in the backyard, and there's probably 150 people in this fucking backyard. It's a kegger, and keggers were different in the 80s. People didn't wear like a button-down Oxford, so it was one of the geeks coming. It was always jeans, T-shirts, or sometimes jeans, sometimes jean shorts. Sometimes just T-shirts, but that was usually like about 3, 4 on like Saturday morning, because shit's still getting crazy. So, okay, I may not have been the straightest guy in the room at the time.
But, oh, really? You weren't the straightest guy in the room at the time.
Hard to believe, I know. But I finally found they wanted me to find the barbecue sauce. He had made it, and it was in this. They said
it was homemade barbecue sauce.
It was homemade barbecue sauce, right?
Very important.
And so I find this, but she said that he made kind of a dry rub barbecue sauce, right? Now, I'm stoned. I was very, very stoned. I will admit that. I was probably a little drunk, too. So I find this bucket of barbecue sauce, right? And he said, hey, when you find it, just spread it on the steaks for me. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go, and I'm looking at this shit, and it's like a dry rub barbecue sauce. I don't understand how maybe it melts, because it was all these chunks and stuff. So I'm just spreading it around.
Or maybe it dries and forms a crust or something.
Well, they were like puppy chow.
Okay, got it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Christmas candy and stuff. It looks like that, right? And so I'm spreading it on, and all of a sudden Chuck comes out of the house. He's got a bucket just like mine. I'm like, what's that? He goes, it's barbecue sauce. What do you got? I'm like, I got that dry rub barbecue sauce. He looks at it, and his eyes just fucking went wide. He goes, that's not fucking barbecue sauce. That's shit. They picked up shit around the yard, and it's dog shit. Basically, I smeared dog shit all over the steaks.
Wow.
And he didn't tell anybody. He just wiped it off, washed it off, put them back on the grill.
You know what that means? You owe him one now. And kids apparently don't do drugs either, because it might fuck everything up.
I think he's dead now. He was really old, but he understood. How'd I do?
I think that was well done. I liked the story. It was riveting. I was on the edge of my seat, even
riveting?
though I knew. Yeah, like riveting.
Yeah. Like that chick at the World War II in the planes.
That's right.
The planes with the bandana. She was a gangbanger.
Right. What did it say? What did it say in the poster again? It was like,
we can do it.
We can do
something
it too.
Like that.
Yeah.
No, we can.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
We took the 4th off. He wanted to do it. I didn't. So I was the one that was playing hard to get with you. So I'm so sorry.
I wanted to do this. I didn't want to take it off. There's a difference. You have to clarify. Paraphrase.
You're right.
Phrasing.
Well, we're going to rewind this and try it again.
We're not going to rewind. It doesn't work. It hurts. Last time we remember you got that rash?
Oh, I wish I could have rewound that weekend.
Do you think if you rewind a rewind, I think bad things can happen in the Matrix?
I think a rewind in general would screw up the whole time flux, whatever.
Somebody offered the other day, well, not like really offered, but basically said, it was Christine. If you could go back in time and just see how maybe things would have ended up on a different, if you'd taken a left or a right, would you go see it? And I'm like, no. And she's like, why? I'm like, Schrodinger's cat, man.
Yes.
I said, you affect the experiment just by viewing it, by seeing it, by observing it. No, I'm good.
Yep.
I'm fine. Just fine.
You see, normally when somebody keeps repeating
Yeah,
the same
they're
word,
not.
like they're not that thing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Usually you're trying to convince yourself.
I'm fit. I'm fit.
I'm fit.
I'm fit.
Having.
I'm fit. What?
You're having a fit.
I'm having a fit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fitter than I was, say 15 years ago, but not as fit as I was 30 years ago.
I mean, you've got the age thing. I don't have that excuse.
It's
But
weird
it's
how
the
things
age
hang
thing.
on the body when you get once you hit a certain age. You look in the mirror one day and you notice, what my ass droops. It's like you get this little. It's like no, and it's like yeah, I know. There's people out there who are like bump it up. I'm not that guy. I don't want to. I mean, I can do what I got to do, but I don't want to. But it hangs.
I mean,
There's hangy things.
yeah, things will hang when you get older. I would imagine.
No, yeah,
but
but-
you've got the body of a bookmaker.
Like that. You got a face for radio.
That's right.
There you go. Let's see what's new. What's new?
New with me. Let's see. The 4th was fun. I survived a weekend of craziness, and now I'm switching jobs after this week.
You are. He is.
Yes. So
He is.
It is busy for me.
Yeah,
But it will calm down.
it's a
hopefully.
good move
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think so.
He's working at this one place, and you're going to go work at that other place now.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be cool.
I was working at the place John was at, and now I'm working at the
place
place
I'm
that
not at.
not John is at.
Not John.
Yeah,
Not John.
not John. How about you?
Dude, that'd be cool to have two boys. One's John, one's not John.
That would be a funny bit.
Fucking
Actually,
A.
That'd be a fun
Anybody,
bit.
if you have twins, do that for me. Or whatever name you want. If it's Barbara, not Barbara.
Would be
It-
funny if you named like one of your kids like Sure, and then not Sure.
Or sure and enough.
Well, that could be who's on first bit. What are your kids' name? That's Sure and that's not Sure. And what do you don't know the name?
Or yeah, you'd have to deliver it. Sure, not sure.
like
Well, which is it?
it's almost like not Sure is the bad one.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's not Sure.
God, I can't remember it right now, and I'm not going to look it up because that's something I'm not going to do. But it was a funny thing this comedian talked about his kids, but he was being very mean about one of them.
Thank you for bringing us along with that story. This one comedian, he's talking about his kids or something, and some shit happened, and you should have been there.
I tell almost stories.
You do. That's right.
I
That
can
was-
tell stories, but I can also tell almost stories, and that's a
Yes.
lot of work.
You're very good at the almost stories and very good at the actual stories. You've lived the life of many.
Yeah, it's not anything I necessarily recommend. No,
Well,
I mean I learned a
experience
lot.
it
It was an
once, right?
experience,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, experience everything once, but just because I did something and survived does not necessarily intone that the same will occur for you.
Well, let's check in with John on how he's doing now.
I'm doing great.
How are you doing now, and what have you been up to?
Hey, remember that time when we sometimes get drunk and read weird poetry, and we came across one of my journals that had some stuff in it, and I think you turned the page that said, "Hi, how are you? Are you where you want to be?" And it was crazy because I hadn't opened that in like 15, if not 20 years. It's like, oh man, really? Sorry.
It's like,
Really?
you can't be angry at the words of the page because you wrote them.
Because I'm the one asking me. It's
Fuck.
it's like a 30-year letter. It's like, how you doing?
It reminds me, a funnier version of that is sometimes on Reddit I'll see people online where their drunk self leaves a note yelling at their sober self. And they wake up the next day, they don't remember writing it, and they look like, "You're such a fucking cunt, Andy." And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Self-loathing personified.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, that's where you got to give your self-loathing chores.
Yes.
You
that's a good
just
point.
you got to put it to work, and it works out pretty good if you do that.
Yep.
Mine. His name is Claude. He's gay. I'm not gay, but Claude is.
So we're going to force this in eventually here. So with all of these talents you have of using your angst and background, what have you been doing lately?
Well, I'm working on a book.
I tried. This is the third attempt. We need to know what you've been doing lately.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very important.
That's fun.
No, I've been working on the book, which we've got a launch date. Dare I say?
Do it.
August 1st is
what
going to be
year?
the launch date of this year.
I had to do
because we were going to do August 1st last year, but this time I mean it.
Yeah.
And been working on that. I'm working on a journal idea, learn how to do bookbinding, and I've been learning how to route paper.
Little invention.
Yes, a little invention that's coming along quite nicely. And then I'm also working on some Twitter body thingies.
Yep.
Too.
You're busy, but you know what? It's crazy because you forgot one thing. You forgot about the catio that you're building.
Oh, I am
He's building a
catio. Yes.
For his fucking cats.
It's an 8x8x8 cell that you put your cage, kennel, lovely outdoor enclosure.
It's a spa.
It's a spa. That's my favorite line from Tin Cup. Anyway. Nope, we've got 2 of the walls built. And we have to build like 2 more, and then the top and bottom. It's not like a complete wall. It's like nail.
They probably can't get up that high.
Oh, they can. You still cover it up.
Oh,
yeah. It's a box. So a box is, by definition, 6-sided. So.
Shapes, ladies and gentlemen. Primary primitive shapes. That's right, not primary shapes. Are there primary shapes, or is it just primitive?
Primary colors.
Well, yeah, knew that.
A good movie with John Travolta. Sorry.
Apparently, Gotti is not a good movie with John Travolta.
That's what I heard. I'm so bummed.
Yeah.
Because, which I didn't think he really looked that much like Gotti. I mean, he looked like he made a good mobster.
You think Scientology bought him into that movie?
I think Scientology's bought him into an overabundance of his movies as of late.
Because the talent's running out, basically. You think? Is it a
He's
Johnny
tired.
Depp thing where he's fucked up?
John Travolta says he's just tired.
Oh, okay.
I don't mean he's tired. I mean it's just as an actor, it's boring.
Did you hear about the controversy with was it Rotten Tomatoes, where this thing was getting downvoted into oblivion, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of accounts gave it 4 stars with a bunch of what turned out to be bullshit reviews, and so they went after Rotten Tomatoes and said, "Hey, there's a bunch of people from the company that made this movie, and they're trying to bolster on Rotten Tomatoes with a bunch of fake accounts." And Rotten Tomatoes came back to them and said, well, all the accounts are real. So they did research into it. They opened up all the accounts that were giving it 4 stars. They were all created the same day, reviewed one movie, and that's it. And Rotten Tomatoes is like, but they're real. So now they're acting on it. But
that sucks because Rotten Tomatoes is kind of the go-to, right?
Yeah.
Because didn't it used to be like IMDb was not like the big, and then now you just can't trust anyone anymore.
It's all fake news, John.
Speaking of news, there was an ex-Apple employee, who got snagged before he got on his plane that was going to China. And he had with him a bunch of Apple's intellectual property concerning driverless cars. So he was basically, and he'd already been under investigation with Apple. He'd been interviewed quite a few times, and the FBI, I think it was, one of the anagrams, had interviewed him. Mm-hmm. But he was like leaving the country. Well, apparently he had all that stuff on him. So
I know on one of the sites I go to learn that kind of stuff, Mac Rumors. I don't know if you've been on that site. Yeah. They've been talking about all of the automated car stuff they've been doing for a while. So, I mean, that's not a really big...
No, but this is a lot of their how-to. This is their...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is the intellectual property shit. This is like, this isn't like, hey, look, it's an Apple car. This is how we're making it, motherfucker.
Gotcha. It's not just we're doing it. It's here you go. Here's the sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
How does one man have all of that shit?
Well, he was...
he must be an IT guy.
He was one of the engineer dudes, I think.
Oh.
In there. So, but yeah, he got arrested, and so it's not good. I don't know his name, but it's in the news if you...
How much prison time do you think he gets? Because if he gets over 10,
That's got to be 20
are you fucking kidding me?
for espionage, corporate espionage.
Is it really?
Well, it's corporate. It's Apple, and he's going to China, so that's like committing a crime and then stepping over the border.
You get fucking less time for a murder than you do for that.
Oh, I didn't say it made sense. Well, we have a cat in the room with us.
Here I go, trying to make sense of the world and pretend it's not driven by money and greed.
I know, right?
Even
Sucks
law enforcement.
Sleeping with those principals, right? They always want to snuggle.
Mm-hmm. And they always
Come on, it means something. This means something.
And they always give you a little something extra the next day, too, which is like, oh, God, great.
Really?
Now I have to go to the doctor.
And I feel shame.
Yeah.
Shame. I heard another thing the other day. It was a response to somebody's instant angst. He goes, sorry, man, sorry. And he was talking to a shrink. He goes, sorry, I blew up there. I didn't mean to blow up. He goes, it's okay. That's just an unrefined primal response to a negative situation. It happens to everybody. It's like, and that just hit me, that line. I literally had to stop and type that in because I'm like,
unrefined primal response
to a negative situation.
I like that.
I know.
And Damien asked something real quick. Damien's in chat. He referencing the Apple story. Did he bring a car?
I don't think so.
That
Unless
he took the car
unless he
there.
had put it in his butt.
You think he could keister the whole car? What are they making, micro machines, or is this guy?
Well,
just,
Apple
like,
has all kinds of
talented?
technology. Maybe they have a shrinking miniaturization technology.
Maybe that like shrinks into a perfect suppository.
Yes, suppository. Yes, I think it could be happening that way.
God, what would they call that? Like the iRoid, like for hemorrhoid or
No.
something? Or what would you name that product?
The eye hole.
The eye hole. I like that. It's very good. That's good. How would I name it? God, I don't know. That's tough. The eye hole.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not sure what else we can go with. Eye hole works for me. But yeah, as long as I can compress it, like it has to be at like the quantum levels, just taking all the space because there's more space between that than anything else. So if we could just wring that out and then reassemble it on the other side.
You mean all the space between like all the subatomic particles and stuff?
Yeah. Now, hopefully, nothing goes awry. You don't have some quark, just errant quark, and then you get that chain reaction, and then it expands.
In your ass.
On the
all
plane.
places, too, which is just...
On the plane at 30,000 feet over an ocean. I think there's going to be some very upset passengers next to you. Actually, all of them, because that would split the plane in half, too.
Well, depending on the size of the car, right? Well, I suppose if it's a quantum physics thing, who knows when it's going to end, right? Like the atom bomb when they dropped it.
But if let's say it's a Volkswagen, an old school Volkswagen, right? You're sitting by the bulkhead. All of a sudden, this thing expands in your butt, right? And you get a full-size Volkswagen, which is obviously going to blow out the top and sides, right? And then 30,000 feet, you're going about 700 miles an hour, so that's going to tear the plane apart.
It's going to blow up the top and sides of your vessel, too.
Oh,
your
at that
pressurized
point,
vessel.
by the time it hits the plane, though, I'm going to have
that's
a
true.
lot less to worry about
Yeah.
at that point. Because so that's... So if you compress a Volkswagen, put it in your butt, and you get on a plane, and an errant quark hits it, it could expand, ripping you to shreds, ripping the plane to shreds. Everybody dies just because you had to put a bug up your butt.
So what we're saying is we don't think the guy actually took a car from Apple.
No,
and we don't
that's
think
our
it's
answer.
a suppository either. So
Or a car.
It's
Like
probably
like
nothing
a
to do with
Volkswagen
a car.
bug.
Yeah. Well, what do you know? That's crazy.
Does that answer your question? I just want to make sure that we're caring.
It went to places you thought it was going to go, right, Damien?
Like places.
Well,
Those places.
dark places.
Dark. And Christine hates the word moist. I've never met anyone who hated...
Oh, Jason. Remember Jason? He didn't like the word moist.
Pizer.
Yeah.
I made him cry.
This is live.
I didn't make him cry. I didn't make him cry. I said
He might
that.
watch this.
He should watch this.
It's
This
all
would
right,
be great.
Jason. And hopefully this makes you feel better.
I didn't mean to make him cry, though. Mm-hmm. Everybody who I've ever made cry at work, which is 3 or 4. Well, 3 at this work.
Hold on. Okay, so 3 or 4. Which one of the 4 are you most proud of? I know you're not proud, but which one is like the least? Like, I don't give a fuck that they cried. Don't name the person.
Well,
name the maybe their
no,
position compared to yours.
I do have a favorite.
Whoa.
I do have a favorite. And
You can't get into great detail here.
I'm not afraid. I had a coworker. She's, I'm going to say about 10 years older than me. And this is about 20 years ago. Okay. Do some math. Anyway, I got her a new monitor. The monitor had built-in speakers. So I thought it would be funny to prank her. So I took it upon myself to change her opening sound, da-da, to a blood-curdling, high-pitched scream.
Oh, God.
And I thought it made perfect sense to turn the volume up to full on the monitor and on her computer.
God.
And I was off that Monday. And I came back Tuesday, and everyone's giving me sour looks. And I'm like, why are you giving me sour looks? And then Jim Belfiore, my boss at the time, he's like, get in here. Get in.
Oh,
and
this is the asshole pucker moment when you know you fucked up.
No, because I knew I fucked up, but I knew it wasn't that bad because he was laughing. He's like, just get in here. He goes, you can't do that. I'm like, well, I have no idea what he's talking about. And he's like, you can't do that. I'm like, what can't do what? He goes, you put something on Linda's computer, it scream thing. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I said, did it scare her? He goes, yeah, she cried. I'm like, what? God. He goes, she cried. She cried hard. She kind of almost went catatonic. And I mean, I felt bad.
That's pretty obvious to everybody listening.
No, in all seriousness, at the time,
feels bad.
I felt bad, but now it's like, oh, come on, something like that. You got to look back, and it's funny. It's like this. Now, Linda was one of the nicest people I've ever met. Very pious woman. She was a very Christian woman. She lived it. She lived those values. So, but bad things would happen to Linda from time to time, and it wasn't me. That's not foreshadowing. That's not a lead in. It's like she came running in my office one day, and she says, "My computer. My computer." She couldn't talk. She's like, "You got to fix it. Just fix it." And I go and sit in front of her computer, and sorry, man. There's this chick, just getting fisted, and like it's up to here, and she's smiling like she's selling gum or something, and then it's like that, and she goes, "That's not my prayer group."
Oh my! Wait, did somebody hack the webpage of their prayer group or something?
The prayer group. It had been a while since he'd been on their webpage. Well, they didn't renew their domain. They got a new one. So once this Christian group released their domain, some porn site got it and just threw their shit up there. So it was fucking hilarious. So then I walk out and I tell David what happened. And then he goes into her office and shuts the door. He goes, "Linda, I hear you've been looking at porn on your computer." And she goes, "John Parker."
Oh, God. The pious can be fun sometimes. Just not all the time when they start talking about it in the middle of a party or something. But
conversation her and I got into ended up in Mr. Man.
Oh, really?
Yes. Read the book. It's really good.
On Amazon now.
And Audible.
And
Man with two hands.
And Amazon.
Or you could borrow one from me. Nate read it.
But it's not going to be good.
He got
No, it's not going to be good if you give it to everybody. That's
the
that's
old
how
book,
you do it.
not the new book. Mr. Man, not Blood and Moonlight.
Oh, so you just tried to sell Mr. Man to everybody, and now it has so low of a value that you're ready to give it away.
Because this is coming out.
There it is. Look at that, everybody. That is his book in hardcover. It's Blood and Moonlight.
See, it says words. There's words inside, too.
Look at that. Oh, my God. You just gave away the fucking story.
What page did I open to, I wonder? I looked at her with my moist eyebrows. No.
That's not what it said.
That would be... How would you look at somebody with your... Oh, yeah, I guess you'd have moist eyebrows when you were looking at them, right?
I've never looked at somebody with moist eyebrows.
That you know of. Well, have you ever been sweaty?
The only thing? Is that the only thing that's moist, though? Why wouldn't it be a moist face?
But that's just the emphasis. We're just emphasizing that, yeah. I'm sure you've looked at somebody, like if you've been out and back working and you're hot and sweaty, well, even though the rest of your body is moist as well, we're only talking about the eyebrows. Just think of it as Leviticus.
I would question that person.
The eyebrow.
Okay. I see what you did there. I would question that person. Why are you focused on that? What's the point?
I don't know. It's like those people who are like
They need help.
into the weird things from a carnal perspective, like where they guys who or women who are got a thing fetish, as it were, for the armpit or an ankle
Feet.
or the instep or feet as a whole, toes, phalanges, just different parts of the body. I don't get it. I mean, like, I can appreciate and I respect anybody who has a proclivity for any of the aforementioned fetishalities, but I don't understand it. But luckily, I don't try to either.
Yeah, it's cool. Just
I
let
don't take it-
people.
yeah, just
if people aren't fucking up other people's lives with whatever they're into, just let them.
But then I saw that
into
one foot, not prosthetic, but latex foot. It was like a full size foot, and like where it cut off at the ankle, it was like a fake vagina, at the ankle. And I'm looking at that, and I'm trying to understand this, because it's like, so you'd be, and the toes would be.
You ever been so horny and into it you fucked a foot?
Yeah, and
no,
then I'll put it upside
never.
down to kind of like, no, there's no, this, I want to know more. I don't, and not because I'm curious about it, not because I want a fucking ankle. I'm just saying, I want to understand this. I'm okay not understanding it. I'm okay with that. But still, the armpit thing, I remember reading about that in Xavier Hollander. She had a column in Playboy magazine in the 70s. And yes, we actually read the magazines. I think it was Playboy. It could have been Penthouse. Either way. But it was about this girl whose boyfriend was into her armpit. And he just wanted to shoop the armpit, and she's like, I got needs elsewhere too. And it's like, even then I'm like, whoa, an armpit. The armpit. He wants to shoot the armpit. And I'm like, now I'm 16 years old, right? So I'm fresh into this carnal thing that is inside me. And then it made no sense, but I tried.
Well, I mean, generally when you start getting sexually curious, you start with the simple stuff like, oh, this is kind of what it's all about. Here's the brochure. Okay, great. And then, it's quite a leap to find fucking feet and armpits. And, I mean,
how do you discover
go
that?
outside your box.
How do you discover that, though? How do you, I mean, just find himself one time complimenting a girl. Very nice armpits you got there. You shave or you run wild?
There's some creepy ass people out there, man.
I don't think it's creepy.
Well,
there are creepy ass people. Yes.
If they walk up to you and say exactly what you said, that's a creepy ass motherfucker.
But what if to that person, it's the same thing as saying, you are beautiful?
I don't think it is.
But it kind of is to them in their world.
You think so?
Well, it could be. I could be wrong.
I think it's just a little wrong.
Well, statistically speaking.
Sorry, I'm
maybe
fucking
not.
with something here. Keep going.
He's fucking with something here. Keep going.
Keep going.
I'm keep going.
I'm keep going. Is that what you said?
I'm keep going.
Ong Bak?
Ong Bak. Oh, that was a good fucking movie.
It was. Actually, I think they made a few of them. Did they? Ong Baks? I think it was at least. No, I'm thinking.
I think there were two.
Yeah, there's two
I know
of those
two
and then
for sure.
2 or 3 Ip Mans.
I never saw Ip Man.
It's pretty cool.
Still, you know what? The ninja one.
The anime thing?
No. The one we watched where it opened with the guy fucking taking the top off of everyone's head.
Oh, those
Ninja Assassin.
Yeah, those made by the were they
Wachowskis?
whatever the siblings, because they transitioned somewhere in those movies. I don't know if they were the Wachowski brothers or the whatever siblings
Or the Wachowski sisters.
They are now. So
Yeah.
whatever. The Ninja Assassin. That was. I know it got shit on.
Fuck
but
you,
they
people.
did some cool shit in that. They did some really cool shit.
They did. Just that opening scene in the first 3 minutes.
And how they're crawling on all the walls in the dark like ninjas would. And how they had the, what was it, like that floor a ninja would walk on to make no noise. And if you made noise, you'd get hit or something.
Yeah. I know. I want to be a ninja. Because I'd like to be able to walk on walls.
Sure.
Now, you can't walk on just any wall, though. because I mean, obviously you're using implements of some kind to kind of, unless you're using like magic and shit.
You're using magic. It's Ninpo. Wait,
Ninpo?
Don't you even know fucking real life, bro?
Do you even, bro? Ninpro? Sounds like
no. Ninpo. Ninpo.
I was thinking of memory manufacturers. Ninpro.
God.
Net's installed yet? No, sorry.
Oh, jeez. That
was a bad joke about
calmly racist. I'd say that wasn't furiously
I was just trying to get
racist.
to the suicide nets. I just wanted to get.
Oh, Jesus
that was my stopping point. No, because you can't go any further.
Oh, because
the suicide net stops you.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not a matter of taking the higher road. It was like, this is the only road I could take.
Don't they normally take a selfie snapshot and then hit the ropes?
Now, see, if they have their shit together, they just start a video. And just take it all the way till the phone clatters to the ground.
Well, that didn't.
Ooh, dramatically.
Doing some of that doesn't. I mean, ask Logan Paul. It doesn't really work. You don't want to be filming anybody close to death.
No, yourself. You're filming yourself as you jump.
Yeah, I guess.
But you'd have to use the slow-mo filter.
Oh.
So it's like Judge Dredd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? The
new one.
The okay
the new
one
with
or the really bad one?
Well, which one's the really bad one? Because I think
the Stallone one.
The
is
original
really
is really bad, but it's so really bad. It's really fucking awesome. Because it's bad.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what makes it. I mean, they had so many elements. The dude with a big fucking crank on his. I didn't get the crank. I had questions there. It's like what I know. Okay, if you turn it up, he gets. Maybe it drops some dopamine or picks up the dopamine.
It's like his Bane trigger. Remember Bane, the Batman villain? Yeah. He hits those buttons and it shoots the sauce into his veins.
Yeah. Gotta hurt.
The original juicer. Don't do drugs, kids.
But the new one, remember they had that drug that slowed down time and people loved it for sex, right? But it was very addictive. But you take it and it was kind of like, well, you don't know what Merge 9 is, but it's from Altered Carbon. It's a thing that they get in there. You have it put in your body, and then your pheromones have this Merge 9, and then so that when you're having sex with someone, you guys are kind of sharing the experience. You're feeling what each other's feeling and stuff. It's kind of crazy shit. I'd do the fuck out of some Merge 9.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. I bet you would. Are you on Merge 9 right now, sir?
No, that would be awkward.
Yeah, it would be weird.
That'd be really awkward.
That would be real weird. Yeah. What? Are you hearing something? Are you seeing something? What?
The cat should be in here because there's a fly.
You got a fly in here.
No, he's out of the camera now. He's a famous fly. Freddy Fly. He's pretty fly for a fly guy. That's all I had. I just didn't. I know you said study, right? Take some notes.
Damien, if you're here,
kill me.
You're my only hope.
Kill me. Kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Just hide me. Quick. Movies. Any movies coming out?
Any movies I want to see here? No. Maybe I still want to see the Freddie Mercury one.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, I thought that's out already, isn't it?
I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, I want to check that out. That looks good.
I'm going to look.
Musical. Okay.
No, but that looks good, especially with, what's his name? Fuck.
Something, Rami? No, not
Rami.
Rami something. Or
something. Where you're just as good as me.
Yeah. With actors' names, you are the king of fucking actors and actresses' names. I don't know. You just name these random people who've been in one popular movie. You're like, oh, yeah. They're great. Like,
well,
when were they around, John? Oh, in 56.
Oh, fuck you. All right. Just because I'm cultured and you're not, and you just feel bad, so you got to make fun of me.
Hold on a second. I'm not going to go cultured. I'll go wizened.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm wizened. Tom Cruise has a new one coming out. Mission Impossible. Oh, come on, man. It's going to be fun.
Everybody ready for Mission Impossible?
Hey,
stop me if you've heard this one before.
But the effects and the stunts, that's why I like that stuff. I watch Mission Impossible for the same reason I watch Transformers. Just show me your effects. I want to see it once. Twice if it's good. But I don't think I've ever watched any of the Transformer movies.
You'll watch a movie twice if it's bad? Because why would you even need to say you got to watch it twice?
Got to make sure.
Like, I'm trying to think of a movie that was so bad I watched it twice. I don't know.
I remember there was a movie that was so bad that Brenda made me finish it. And she sat down and finished it with me. I literally was going to turn it off. It's I think it's extraterrestrial. I think that's it. Or alien abduction. I don't know. One of the two. But I got the remote up. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm turning this off." She goes, No. I'm like, "Why?" She goes, I said, "This is a terrible movie." She goes, "Yes, it is a terrible movie. But it's so terrible. We have to finish this movie together." And she sat down and watched it with me. I thought that was so fucking cool.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Damien, there's a new RoboCop coming with Neil Blomkamp directing.
Really?
What the... really? He might actually do some good for
he would
Mr.
do some good.
Cop /
I
Robo.
can't think of anything bad that he's done. I mean, if I had to think of...
Blomkamp, not Bloomkamp. Whoops.
Blomkamp.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd have to say that came close to would be Chappie. Chappie could have been better if they wouldn't have had...
Yeah.
You know what? If they wouldn't have put Diane Ward in there, I think that movie would have been so much better.
That was a big time mistake.
It was a mistake, but just because they don't have the experience, they're not talented for movies, but they're great for music and performance art because that's where that fits.
But they're very unique. That is some of the most original music / look. Whether I'm not a really big fan, but Nate says, "Let's see Goosebumps 2." Nate's a big Goosebumps guy. Wow.
Oh, really?
That's good. That's reading. Reading's fun.
Reading is fun, even if it gives you fucking nightmares. Right?
I've never gotten a nightmare from something I've read.
Really?
Never.
Oh man. There was this
I think my mind has an active filter. So something super scary, my mind must just spin it into something that isn't fucked up.
I read this book. I believe it was called The Scream. And it was about this band. They were huge. They were just like worldwide. Everyone knew them. You know, it was kind of like a Queen or something like that, right? They're a very dark band, though. And so, but come to find out, they were actually demons, right? And they would have these big concerts, and then they would scoop, a person or two from the concert goers, and then take them back, and they would just do all this crazy torture. But there was this one scene that was like a page and a half. To this day, just thinking about this shit, I'm not even going to go into detail because it's just that fucking dark. But it was just the depravity that can happen when someone has you trussed up in their fucking little private basement with a industrial stapler. Yeah.
I think I'm good.
I know. And there were, there were some nightmares to be had from that because because that was one of those things, like, you read it, you're like, the fuck? It's like a car accident. You just keep going around the corner, so you see more. Next thing you know, you're just like having, oh, Jesus Christ, having those fucking night terrors. The ones where as an adult, you can't wake up and scream anymore because everyone will know you're a little bitch, so you got to just wake up and growl.
I don't control whether I scream or not if I wake up. I don't think I've ever screamed. I've done kind of a, that kind of thing. But
as an adult, what about as a kid? Come on, you had to have some of those fucking night terrors as a kid. Everybody has them. Come on.
Not that I know of. I'll have to ask my mom about that. I'm not sure. See if I ever have night terrors.
Probably not. You were probably a very stoic baby.
Yeah.
Just kind of judging.
I think I got dropped into being stoic. Just dropped over and over again. At this point, I'm just kind of...
The frontal lobe is just mush at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Any other movies? I know we talked about this last time, but I watched it again. The new Predator trailer looks somewhat promising. Way better than the fucking first one.
It does seem to have a lot of potential.
Mr. Damien told me, and I trust him, he is like the guy on Neil Blomkamp and this kind of movie stuff. He was this fucking close to getting the Predator reboot. Imagine Neil Blomkamp with the Predator reboot. That would have been fucking awesome.
But what is he? He's got a couple other cool things he's working on. No, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't talking into that mic.
Hold on. I got to look up the RoboCop.
Yeah, he's working on RoboCop now, so there we go.
I want to see it.
I'm guessing it's
if the internet says it's
pre-production.
True.
I'm guessing it's a pre-production.
I just want some kind of information. I think we had a great open tonight.
Why?
The dog and the guy and the chick.
See, I'm going to put that thing back on the screen and we'll talk over it. The best part of this GIF that we're about to show you is when the shit goes back into the dog's ass, because it does this little, it kind of goes, huh, about face and then up. It's the pauses that make it fucking absolutely hilarious. So we'll get back to this. I'm talking with my hands a lot like president. All right. So here, I'm going to mute the media. Sorry, there's a big crowd in the background. I'm going to mute that. There you go. So as you can watch this thing here, so she's like, "Are you up?" Well, yeah.
And then, okay.
It's fucking funny, but it's this. Oh, fuck, that's fucking funny.
What I got out of that was like, "Hey," she's like, "What?"
This was good.
Make it go back up.
This was a good mishmash. This is John, ladies and gentlemen. He came up with all this.
This
stuff.
is my brain.
We're gonna watch the dog's shit go right in its ass again one more time. That's just too much.
All right,
too much. Huh?
I just wish it would have had a front reaction shot with the dog.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
If you could find something like that, you could have spliced that in.
I still can.
Oh, can you now?
That could be in the sequel. Neil Blomkamp is so fucking young looking, man. Check that out. Can you see him?
You're gonna have. That's pretty tough to see. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
He's a young guy.
Looks pretty young.
I don't know what special sauce they have there, but they probably have the most talented CG group I've ever seen.
If you want to check out some cool stuff,
huge
hit on YouTube. They got a thing called Oat Studios, and they do some crazy shit there. Alien. Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Oh, it was Alien.
He's going to be doing one of the
Predator.
aliens.
Oh wait,
it's Alien because he kind of had a shot at Alien and he lost it. I think something along those lines, but then he got it back for this.
That's how we got Alien Covenant, because that was the Alien they put out.
Right,
it was a shit show.
But that's not Neil.
No,
Blomkamp.
it wasn't Blomkamp
Yeah.
because he didn't get it. That's the kind of movie we got.
Yes.
So,
now, you know what? I'll argue this till I die. My favorite Alien movie, and I'm just saying this to get it out there so everybody knows, and fuck you if you don't like it. Alien 3.
Oh man, Damien.
Hands down.
Damien.
The best.
Release
sequel.
the hounds.
It's
Release the hounds.
Not better than 1. 1 broke the mold. But 3, and Damien and I have talked about this a couple times. Did you?
Yeah, I can hear we're back down.
It's like I'm on acid again. I mean, what I read about acid again.
You allegedly did it right in that one book.
In that one book.
Was that Blood and Moon Night? Comes out August 1st.
August 2018. Hey, there's a trailer going to be coming out too for it.
Yes,
too.
A video trailer.
Yeah, because I want you to be happy and excited for it to.
Well, it's not really like a video trailer. I mean, it's
kind of a
I don't
video
want to. I mean, the false advertising.
There's no actors,
here.
but
there's good voices and cool stuff.
And maybe next week, we'll debut it.
Yes, absolutely.
Why not?
Right before release. Yeah,
that would work. No, I liked what I liked about Alien 3 was the color, the tone of the whole movie, just the flavor, the essence of it was just of despair and nothing to lose. When in reality, you have everything to lose, And it was just the way the creature moved, because it was a different creature. Because he'd like when he'd be coming through the tunnels, he's not just chasing you through the tunnel; he's like spiraling down the tunnel at you, And it's some freaky fucking shit. I mean, that's the stuff that taps into your primal response.
Was that the one when they resurrected her? She died?
No, that was
Ripley?
4.
That was 4. Okay, never mind.
Now that.
This entire time, I thought that was the one you were talking about.
No, you want to talk...
I fucked up. That was my bad. I thought Alien 3 was the one where she got resurrected.
No, that was
right,
4.
My bad.
And you know what? I hung on with 4. I hung on, okay, this is stupid. This is, but there were aspects of it that I really liked. I really liked Sigourney Weaver's character, I love the basketball scene. Do you know the trivia on the basketball scene?
She actually hit that shot.
She hit that shot, but it was after trying it. And trying it. And I think they were done. I think that was like the last shot. And if you watch carefully, Hellboy, Perlman, is in the background. And you could see him as she makes the shot. He broke out of character. He was like, oh my God. But the way they filmed it and the way they were able to get it looks like it fit. Thank God. Ron, you almost fucked up because one shot out of all. I think they'd been doing that for all day. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, the story was they were sitting there for a long time, and she was trying to make that shot.
And
finally, the last take or whatever, just like, we're done with this.
I'm done.
We'll figure it out later. In post. And then she nailed it. Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah. So you were saying Alien 4, you tried to stick with it.
I tried to stick with it. So, you had all these characters were interesting. I liked them. I wanted to know more about them. I wanted to follow them in their daily blah, blah, blah. And then it starts getting more and more campy and more campy. And I'm like, but I'm still here. And then the aliens break loose, right? As we know they're gonna. If you haven't... okay. Just if you ever go into a place and there's like an aliens in cages and stuff stacked up, just leave because they're going to get out. That's just how that goes.
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way. The water on the wrist thing. Wow, I almost knocked myself out.
I know. You're barely alive.
But it's when the captain or the general, the guy running the whole ship, the alien runs by, hits him in the back of the head, right in, where all your motor controls are, And so he gets hit in the back of the head and he's like, reaches up, pulls out a chunk of gray matter, looks at it, and then topples over. And it's like, I was done. I finished it, but that was it.
See, in a moment like that, all they had to have done was a quick slash by, and then you do the cut slide, where the head slides.
Yes,
yeah, that's all you had to do. It's been done before. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Or have it slash his throat when it goes by. Then he could go like this. He could go, and you'd be good. But the motor, it's gone. This is gone. Because you saw it from behind, and I was very disappointed because I was liking it. I wanted it. It's like when you're on that first date, right? It goes okay. Second date, you're like, and the third date, it's like, this is not working. Mm-hmm. It's like that. But
who's the director of the third one? It wasn't
the third one.
I don't think it was David Fincher. No, David Fincher did that one, not the fourth one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fourth one wasn't Ridley, was it?
Was that Yui Ball?
They didn't give him an alien movie, did they?
No, I'm joking. God. But it may as well been.
Okay.
What were some of the ones he did?
Oh, fuck. He did the second Mortal Kombat movie. He did a lot of the really bad video game movies.
Right. No, I know.
Some kung fu shit, too. It was really fucking awful.
Really? Does he even make movies anymore? Where's he out of? Is he like Israeli? Or
I don't know where he's from, but I know he makes horrible movies. And he has some of the worst reviewed movies of all time. I mean, He's not Tommy Wiseau bad, but he's pretty bad.
So somebody was showing us Winnebago Man today.
Yeah,
our friend was.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen him if you've been on the internet. It's a lot of takes, cuts from Winnebago commercials back in probably the 90s, late 80s or something.
Yeah.
And this guy just losing his shit. It's pretty funny. Just fuck.
Yeah, we'll have to watch more of him. I think he's a very nice person.
But the crazy part about this is it was either a documentary or something about that guy. It's called Winnebago Man. Chad was telling us today at lunch. And it follows him. He lives in the woods. He's basically blind now, and he's crazy. So that's kind of fun. It's a feel-good story you want to watch.
So he didn't make a lot of money?
Wedding or something.
Yeah. You could do highlights. Fuck. Just 30 seconds of that. Like one fuck per second minimum. That's like you sign up for that when you do that.
That is such a great unit of measurement. 1 fuck per second. Yeah. How many fucks per second, sir? Well, accelerate. It's fucks per second squared.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'd say, that was probably it. That was, per second, I would say, it's like 0.3 fucks.
Yeah, but no.
It's less than that.
Are we going to get into fuck wavelength too? Like how long?
Of course, yeah. Everything should be measured by fucks.
Yeah. That's really bad, right?
Yeah. That's a lot of fucks.
Yes. A lot of fuck. Or a lot of fuck. Singular.
Ooh. Well, fuck in itself is, it's not plural.
It could be if you're Russian. What do you do with all this fuck?
True. Broken English, anything could be plural in broken English.
Yeah.
That's the rules they break all the time.
So therefore,
they meaning non-English speakers.
So therefore, we're right back to Schrodinger's cat is dead and alive at the same time. It's plural and not plural at the same time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Deep thoughts. Jackhead.
Deep thoughts with the digital part.
Hashtag deep thoughts.
Two idiots. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, John.
Oh, shit, man. I forgot what the hell I was saying, but somehow I ended up with 2 midgets shitting in a bucket this weekend.
Just in a conversation. Well, Christine was here.
Christine was here, and somehow we devolved into 2 midgets shitting in a bucket.
Is she still Tropical Storm, Christine, or is it like a depression, Christine?
No, right now it's just Tropical Storm.
It is Tropical Storm time. Okay.
Yeah. What would I be? What weather pattern would I be? Would you?
Oh, let's see. It would have to be the one that just is really chaotic, and because you're not really like a tsunami. I would say, you're kind of like a hurricane as well.
A hurricane?
Yeah, you're kind of like a hurricane. You're not a tropical storm. I don't know. Yours is tough. Yours would be like a nice monsoon, I think.
Yeah,
you kill them slowly because here's what it's not a nice monsoon.
No,
a bad one, like the one that trapped the kids in the cave. That's you. That's you. And that's
okay
because you, like we talked about this. Like people come up and nut tap you, and you get them back, fucking months, weeks,
years later.
Sometimes years later. Monsoons. I mean, they're patient. They take their time.
No, you got
the water rises, and then the kill. So that's you. What would I be?
Thunderhead.
What the fuck's a thunderhead?
Really? Thunderhead. It's like just before the storm, we get those thunderheads that build up. You get that big anvil-shaped cloud. Yeah, that's you. You have all that potential.
Oh, to burst and turn into a tornado. I was wondering because a thundercloud's not really a natural disaster, is it? Or it's not really a...
Can be. That's what I mean. Those huge...
Okay.
Yeah, you're you're pre-tornado.
People are afraid when they see that thundercloud.
Like pre-cum.
Oh, I am the pre-cum
of weather.
Of the cumulonimbus clouds.
Cumulus. Nimbus.
No, I think it's cumulonimbus, isn't it?
Cumulus.
No.
Cummulus.
Looking this up. I think it's...
Not to be confused with cirrus clouds.
Those are the wispy ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking it up. Cloud.
Or mammatus clouds. That's another one.
Cloud types.
Cloud types. Clarice.
We've got cirrus.
Cirrus.
Why would that be the only one they show?
That's their favorite. We love cirrus. They're so fluffy. Like cotton. Cotton panties. Eat my show.
Cumulonimbus.
You were right.
They're the big bad ones. Cumulus are they're puffy and like bigger, but cumulonimbus are the ones that are nasty.
I understand.
No, it wasn't. This is not me trying to prove you wrong. This is me going, oh my god.
No, I didn't know they were two. I thought it was one or the other.
Yeah,
Cumulus. I'm not a weatherman.
Then there's stratus and a bunch of other ones.
Stratus are the buff clouds.
See, that's why you tune in. You get a good science lesson here. It's
yeah,
better than fucking
we
Bill
do
Nye.
Too.
Yeah.
It's like Beekman's World without the acid. Mushrooms. Other things you rub in your belly button in the 80s.
You guys took mushrooms in really odd ways back then. It was a weird, the primary colors and all of that.
One time when I was Kansas City, 1982, had this little window pane that was in like gelatin form.
That's a type of acid for the non-initiated.
Dropped it in the eye. They said that it makes the eye visuals crazier. It didn't really make the eye visuals crazier, but it was still a fun night.
I slept
in an abandoned house that night.
I want to get into this.
It wasn't really abandoned.
So you didn't know what it was actually going to do. You're just like, you should put it in your eye, and you're kind of like, yeah, all right.
What was acid? It's just acid.
It was the 80s, right? It was just acid.
Just acid.
God.
I mean, usually people, I never had any bad acid. The one time I read about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But
keep on digging.
It was it was as trustworthy as things got in the 80s. You promise, and see, this could devolve. I almost literally just. I didn't.
Like what?
Well, let's not argue in front of the children.
What? When you're on acid? That was
no.
I was going to say, you got into a conversation with something about not arguing in front of the children?
No, I was telling you, let's not argue in front of the children.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not shit where we eat?
That works too.
Oh, okay.
And I want to know, did somebody just think of that as a euphemism? Do you know what I'm saying? Or
I think it
did
came
that
out of
happen?
England.
Or did that happen?
I think it came out of England where
I told you not to shit where you eat.
where they were shitting, where they were drinking and eating, and everybody was getting sick. The plague was killing everybody, and come to find out that shitty water.
Oh, I
tries to
never
kill you.
looked at it. Well, I never looked at it as a lesson in plague prevention. I just saw it as, if you're going to eat off this plate, you should probably not shit on it.
So, plague intervention, you were saying. So Smokey the Bear is for fire.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder what, let me think here. What would the mascot, if it's even a mascot, or spokes animal or whatever, what would it be for plagues? What do you think it would be for plagues?
Are we talking like a cartoony character?
Well, it doesn't really have to be cartoony. It can kind of be anything.
I think it could be like a cartoony amoeba that wore a fedora and he had stick legs, but then he had big black jelly bean feet, kind of. They look like jelly beans. If we're talking like 40s or 50s cartoons, that would be the...
Well, Smokey the Bear, was he 40s, 50s cartoon?
50s, 60s.
50s?
Maybe even 40s, yeah.
He's just a fucking bear.
He's just a bear, but he's a nice bear, and he wears pants.
And they used a bear because the forest is where the bears live. What lives in shitty water?
All kinds of bacteria. E. coli.
So there you go. Yeah.
You could have E. coli.
Because an amoeba, I know it's there.
Because they're stringy. I mean,
yeah.
kind of like the curly Q, right?
It's like a
cock and balls. In a stylized manner.
A stylized cock and balls. That's good.
Yeah. So that could be he could have that top, like I said, have fedora.
Yeah.
And then you just, because it's a line coming straight up, sometimes it'll curl, right? But you could just have the two eyes just kind of like dark orbs floating in the air.
So that'd be good because you could have a little catch line. Only you can prevent
E. coli.
Well, it's not. Is it E. coli? That's not what the plague. Only you could prevent the plague.
If talking plague, you said shitty water. I was going for the E. coli angle.
Oh, that works too.
But I could. That's my department I'd work in.
So he would have to have a name: Smokey the Bear, E. coli, or Nikolai.
Nikolai the E. coli.
Well, no, he's not. No, because he's not an E. coli. That's funny.
No,
amoeba.
He would just be called E. coli, but he would talk like this: "Only you can prevent plague."
I like it. That's good. A Russian-sounding
E. coli
amoeba. Wow.
Remember, don't shit where it eats. I like it. I think
That's good.
I think we could have stopped the plague with this.
Yeah,
we could have halted it in its fucking tracks.
Yeah, we would have had to have printed it off on bulletins and handed it around.
And we'd have to have a crier with each one who did my voice really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they didn't have internet and speakers.
Yep. But they had bells and plagues.
They didn't have Fig Newtons either back then.
They probably had figs.
Yeah, and guys named Newton, but you don't want to eat one.
Dude, that Newton, think about that. I'm a big Isaac Newton fan. That kid was fucking crazy. He decided to look up and go, God damn, sure as shit looks crazy, all these planets moving around in these weird patterns. Let me try to use my mathematic brain and see if I can calculate where they're going to be.
Well,
wait, there is no mathematics that can do this.
I better make them up. Did it start with the apple?
That's where he did the gravity thing. I'm sure it all spiraled from there.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
It's like, whoa. Yeah. Can you see he's sitting around with his like stoner friends?
I want to say he wrote...
They're just chilling.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, man, check it out. That fucking apple like fell and shit. What? Where is he from?
France, I think.
Isaac
Newton? I want to say somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah, they all talk like this, though, man. It's all fucked up on opium and shit. They got back from China, you know? So, dude, that apple fell. Oh, I'm going to fucking call that gravity, dude. What's gravity? Well, it's the force that makes the apple hit the ground. What do you mean, man? It just fell. I know. It fell because gravity. Gravity pulled it back down to the planet. The world wasn't spinning and shit, man. It just sort of flew off into fucking space.
I don't think he had a ton of friends. Because by the time he did this, he was not an angsty, like,
no, he was just
weed smoking.
He was just a stoner, man.
He came up with calculus, I want to say before he was 19. So,
dude, did you ever hear him tout that shit, though?
Let that reflect everybody. If you think you're like, I think I'm pretty smart. Why don't you invent calculus at age 17, motherfucker?
You see him talking to his kid. Kid brings home homework. Goes, 3 + 3 is 6, huh? I invented calculus at your age, you fucking shit.
Yeah.
Get thee back to thine school. That's how they talk in France.
Yeah. Cuntif or whatever. Yeah.
El Cunto.
Cunth. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just imagine like how tough that would be to be that guy. Or be that guy or gal, and you're sitting there and you just know you invented fucking calculus or all this crazy shit, and you're walking around a world that has no fucking idea
of what it is, let alone the appreciation
discoverer
for it.
of it. Yeah, that would be kind of weird.
And you're kind of a pariah, you know, because when what was his name? Who who argued that the world did not.
Was it
Copernicus?
Galileo? Copernicus. There we go. Galileo was something else. A telescope.
Yeah, Copernicus. You know, the Vatican came down on him hard. They're like, look, dude, sun rotates around the world. Say it. No, the Earth rotates around the sun. He's from Texas.
Yeah. Well, that was the church too, wasn't it?
That's what I'm talking about. The Vatican, or the church, whatever you want to call it. They're like, no, this is the way it is. We'll burn you at the fucking stake. He's like, okay, but that's not going to change the fact that the Earth rotates around the sun. I can show you. Here, look at this. That's devil's work. No, it's a telescope. Just a couple pieces of glass and a piece of leather. But he took a lot of shit.
I believe it. I mean, think about that. So the thought process now with against religion or whatever is like, well, it is such an arrogant human thing to do, to look at all this crazy stuff around you and think, oh, it's all here for me. Right. And look at like back then with him trying to prove like the whole world doesn't revolve around us. Literally, we're just a part of it. Sorry.
No.
You're insignificantly stupid and worthless.
We're just hitchhikers.
Yeah, we're just Well, our book just lost meaning. We all lost meaning.
Yeah, should have thought about that. You should have left things a little more open.
Maybe the only meaning is chaos. And that's it.
Maybe thou should be burnt at thy stake.
Oh, great.
You know what? Now that I come to mention it, I think I did see something about the sun going around the Earth.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You're right. I mean, it's fiction. That's what this other one is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fake news.
Fake news.
Faketh news.
Newses.
Yes.
That's how the Letterkenny boys would have said it back then.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, he actually discovered climate change back then, and it's been just pushed down until this day, and we finally rediscovered it. It was Copernicus.
It is crazy how people get that posthumous recognition for stuff.
Yeah,
which is cool. That especially if it helps further along humanity and shit like that. But
I've noticed it's pretty common in the people who make the biggest leaps forward. Like they're ahead of their time almost with their genius or their ideas. And
Nikola Tesla?
Fuck that poor guy. All this shit's stolen, basically.
Yes.
Edison was a real fucking piece of shit. That was like the start of real American greed instead of helping. Because Tesla...
No, the railroad started that, but...
Well, sure. It started a lot
but
that's
no,
a good
Edison,
example of it. How about that?
But, fucking A.
Real good example of it.
Just stupid. Especially, like one of the bigger arguments is about the radio. That Marconi created the radio. Did Tesla? My money's on Tesla because Tesla did. Marconi submitted the patents, got the patents. Later, had the patents taken away and given back to Tesla because it was like, yeah, Tesla actually did that.
Oh, really? Yeah. So one was the greedy businessman and the other was the scientist. Yeah.
No, I think Marconi actually thought he did it first.
Oh, gotcha.
But he didn't. But the thing is, like, at our office, we have
that's right.
A Marconi conference room. And I think they did it just to spite me.
You should put a poster up there that says fake news on it in blood.
News. He has no patents.
Don't do that.
His patents are shit.
Just make sure you put your crest on it, too, in wax. So they know.
There's a new Halloween coming out movie.
Oh, really? Mike Myers is coming back. Mm-hmm. So where is this now? Is this like a
it's now
reboot?
Just today. I don't know, but Jamie Lee Curtis is in it again.
Oh fuck! So this is literally the 10th Halloween?
I think 7th, 8th, something like that.
Boy,
I remember when they had the Halloween 3, had nothing to do with the franchise at all. It was funny because it was just this company that made masks that had these things in them that would pop and then turn the kids into little demon monster thingies. It was stupid. No Michael Myers.
I never
no.
did see that. No.
Yeah, you're okay. And it's not too often I say, you should see it at least once. Is what I usually say, but now I'm like, no, you're good not seeing that. I want to see it too just for the effects, because the effects were really cool. Because one lady's trying to pry. She gets one of the masks and she's trying to open the thing up and it explodes and it just kind of shatters her face. It's kind of cool because they have that one scene where they stop to it and she's like, and her face is like.
That was back in the gory horror movie days, right?
Of the 80s and 70s,
the
yeah.
80s, 70s, even the 90s too. Because I remember a lot of like.
Yeah,
well,
but,
maybe I was watching 80s movies though,
you know,
because they weren't coming out brand new.
There were some hilarious slaughter movies though back then. There was one called Slumber Party Massacre.
Never did see it.
And then Slumber Party Massacre 2. And then Slumber Party Massacre 3.
It was seen as a failed horror movie if you didn't make at least 3 of them.
Well, the entertaining thing is, the first one is like Slumber Party Massacre, just 80s, fucking die movies, And the second one was kind of the same. But the third one, they knew what they were. They knew what it was. And so they kind of had fun with it. And some of the effects they did and some of the things they did. In fact, they even have one where the killer drops into this music video of, I think it was called Stuck on You. And he had his guitar, he had an electric guitar and it had this big giant drill bit on the end. And he's like, stuck in you. So it was like...
So he's singing along.
He's singing along.
And
it comes up on the screen and shows a little like MTV with all the band name, the song, the year.
Nice.
And all this stuff. And then they do... And it's just like the kind of the end of the movie where he just goes off in the big blood fest. And it was hilarious.
The Freddy's kind of did that too. They knew what they were eventually, and Freddy was just hilarious. And like one of the most ridiculous kills he got in the dream world was he gave somebody a fucked up hearing aid. And I think it was in both ears. Gave him a fucked up hearing aid, and then he all of a sudden kind of looks around and goes, and then there's a chalkboard behind him, and he has the claws, so he starts scratching the chalkboard. He's like dancing and laughing while he does it, and it slowly blows the guy's head up. Well,
wow.
Yeah, it was welcome to terrible movies.
That had to be a fun creation table to be sitting at, though, whenever all the writers are talking and stuff. All right. Because I'm going to hear the shit that hit the floor. They're like, no.
Too dark. That's just too dark.
What about if it's a dream where they're drinking Drano, but it's like really extra strength Drano, so it works fast?
No, it's not going to work. And fast forward, 30 years, and Tide Pods are a thing. So there you go.
I did see a meme about Tide Pods. Yeah. It basically said, 1980s, say that again, I'll wash your mouth out with soap. And then it was like, now. And it shows this cool kid in a hoodie and sunglasses popping a Tide Pod. So... yeah, the things that used to work and the things that don't work. No.
Yeah.
Did you ever get your mouth washed out with soap?
I want to say once. It was more of a spanking or, like I said, the head squeeze. My dad was famous for that. When I was acting like a piece of shit.
I thought you were combining soap, head squeeze, and spanking.
That sounds like an okay Saturday night, right? A little bit of head squeeze.
Do you know what I hated about the washing your mouth out with soap? Was you get the soap in your teeth.
Oh, you got this done a lot.
I got it done enough.
Shit,
like 3 or 4 times.
You're talking bar soap.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, I was talking hand soap.
They didn't have fucking pump bottles back then for soap, okay? You fucking
was it charcoal?
Shit.
Was it charcoal soap?
No.
Oh.
No, but it was like just soap, man. It'd be like...
Was it done under candlelight, or was there electricity then?
There were electricity then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
this is awkward.
It wasn't just made from lye.
Oh, nice.
Just be thankful it wasn't soap on a rope, because that would be awkward.
Well, you were in the government timeshare for a little while. Did you have soap on a rope?
Nope.
That rhymed. You said no.
Well, soap on a rope? Nope.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't...
I would not like soap on a rope.
So you didn't use the soap on a rope?
No.
On purpose? Or?
No, I never wanted to use the soap on the rope. On purpose, let alone on accident.
With how often you drop things? It's probably not a good idea.
I know. I am graceful.
Well, maybe you're into that thing. I'm cool. I'm not judging.
You sound judgy.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
You are hopeful.
Or maybe...
So you're either be judgy or we're touching on a fetish.
Or maybe you were just very smelly. You just never showered.
Jailhouse fantasies.
Yeah. And I hear Elvis in the background. And yeah.
No, is it...
big-time fantasy. Jailhouse Rock.
Is it Oz, Jailhouse Fantasies, or is it Orange is the New Black? Jailhouse Fantasies.
I would lean heavily toward Orange is the New Black.
Not Oz.
No, not Oz. No.
That'd be heinous.
Shit, that show.
Heinous Anus. That's a band name.
Heinous Anus. You had some other great band names, too.
Yeah. I got some great ones, man. We're not too chatty tonight. It's okay.
What'd you say?
They're not too chatty tonight.
The people,
I'm judging.
The people are drunk. They're always drunk. You guys have drug problems.
Drug problems are cool. Do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Don't
listen to him.
drugs.
Let's see.
You get
Bands. Fake. C. Parody. Yeah, we talk about Bloodlung.
Yes. Bloodlung is the Christian
death metal band.
Death metal band. Yes.
Yeah. First album, The Crimson Cross of Blight.
Okay. Nice. Yep.
And that was, what's his name? Nigel Kopechne. He was the drummer.
He's the drummer. Okay.
Founding member.
Okay.
We had Bad Taxidermy. First album, Lifeless.
Yeah. Bad Taxidermy.
Yeah.
Lifeless. I like it.
Wino Weasel.
What was it?
Wino Weasel.
Wino.
They sound like a late
That's
80s,
good.
early 90s band, don't they?
I like that because it's got the alliteration.
Yeah.
Would that be alliteration when it phonetically?
Yeah.
Is there a different term or is it still alliteration?
It's got flow. I
There
think it's
we go.
alliteration.
Okay.
I believe you're... Yeah, because alliteration is rooted from lyrics.
Yes.
Yes, and lyrics implies melody. Right?
Ooh, look at you.
Hindu Lama, of course.
Hindu Llama.
Yeah, they've been around. For
What was their first album again? Was it Minding the Baby?
Minding the Baby.
That's right, yeah.
Yes, that was a great one. Thank you, Allison, for your work on that cover, even though you didn't do anything for it. Let's see, Hindu Llama. We talked about that. Romeo Z.
I like it. Yeah.
I'd go see him. Dude, Romeo Z's in town. Fucking A, really? Donnie's got tickets. Sorry.
Fucking StubHub prices are like $200 each.
Well, no, the tickets are $35, but by the time you fee everything else, it's like $135. Jilted Lever.
Jilted Lever. So it's not lever.
It's not lever. It's lever.
Jilted Lever.
They're British.
Yeah, of course.
Moxie Fassbender. He was the lead singer.
Fassbender.
Yeah, he's the lead singer, founding member.
Now, Fassbender is the last name of that actor.
Michael. Also a car.
Well, there you go. All right.
Bolionad, founding member and lead guitarist Rudge Denning. Hit song.
Bolionad.
Chowder Boy.
Chowder Boy. Okay.
And then we had Faster Cash and Someone's Gumbo.
I like Someone's Gumbo is funny. That'd be a great name for like a bluegrass band.
Someone's Gumbo.
Or
it's just
jazz, because it's from...
It's got a
North.
ring to it. So
Yeah.
I got to get this other one, Heinous Anus, down. But it's Enos.
This is what John likes to do. He comes up with these great band names and he entertains himself. You were the kid who didn't need anything around to be entertained.
I didn't. I was fine.
Yeah.
Heinous Enos?
You still are the kid.
Is that or should I go with Anus? Heinous Anus.
I like Heinous Anus.
But you could put Heinous Enos on something easier than you could Heinous Anus.
What?
I'm just trying to have a conversation, Carl.
I don't know. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
All right, Anus
I'm
it
all
is.
out of fucks.
Fuck for these on. No parking here.
Yes. It's
Dickwad.
very slow fuck per second. Very slow.
Let's see. So not much coming out for movies. I mean, there's some good... there's no big boom boom movies coming out. It's more like just kind of...
This is kind of
chill.
This is kind of the lull.
There's some good
I think.
horror movies coming out.
This is low for a lot of content in media, though.
You know, I'm bored with horror lately. I've been watching some horror lately, and there's just not a lot out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all the same thing. It's like jump scares, or now you know, The Last Evil Dead though they did a pretty good goddamn job with that. No, a couple years ago.
Really? They made another... Oh, was it a reboot of it or something?
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Really?
and it was Raimi again.
Okay.
And he had, you know, that one GIF I have with the girl with the razor blade.
Yeah.
That's from that movie.
Oh, wow.
Dude, the effects were that movie. I
Demented?
guaranteed that movie fucked some people up for life.
No shit. Wow.
Fucking well, I know that the first one did. You know, Evil Dead. That fucked a lot of people up.
I don't really remember ever watching any movies from that series. No, was that the one that also had
Army of
Soldier?
Darkness?
Yeah, there we go. Army of Darkness. I almost said Soldier of Fortune. But yeah, Army of Darkness. I remember that with Campbell, right?
Yep.
And the skeletons.
Well, all of
that were-
them. All the first three had Campbell in them.
Oh, they all Bruce Campbell.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Raimi, he knew what the fuck he was doing. He was, especially the first one he tried really hard, realized what he ended up with. That's why the second one, which is basically a reboot of the first, it has humor in it. He just kind of went with what it's going to do.
That's good. I like media, anything directed, even games do this sometimes, where they find out sometime in production or even after it's released and they make a sequel, they find out kind of what it is. Like, well, I think this thing should be self-aware, We know what it is. They know what it is. Let's not insult their intelligence. A good
just...
example is Doom 2016, the Doom video game.
Okay.
Yeah. So for video games,
do they break the fourth wall a lot with that?
I don't think, no, they don't break the fourth wall a lot in that, but it was in production forever. They could not get the game out because they finally figured out, like, well, people aren't playing Doom for a huge story. They're playing Doom because they want to blow shit up. People are going to an Evil Dead movie because they just want to watch fucking demons and shit get blown up and cheesy pickup lines and stuff.
Did you ever see the movie Drag Me to Hell?
Drag Me to Hell, no.
That's a Sam Raimi movie. And when we used to go to our Sunday morning church movies, as we used to call them.
Sunday morning church movies.
Yeah, we'd go with me, myself, Brenda, her boss, and other people. We'd go in like 10:30. Tickets are cheap.
Nice.
Yeah, but we go and they're like, Drag Me to Hell. And I'd seen the trailer for it. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll go. And we go and we're sitting there and watching the titles, and all of a sudden, I think it was written, produced, directed by Sam Raimi. And I just looked over at the girls. I said, oh, man, I hope you guys are fucking prepared.
Oh,
They're
really?
like, what? I said, this is a Sam Raimi movie? I said, shit, I'd have been all in early on if I'd have known that. And he didn't disappoint. Sam Raimi never disappoints. I mean, his idea of horror is entertaining. Okay? It's not necessarily gothic. It's not straightforward, serious like horror can be. But he knows what it is, and he knows how to do it right.
It's fun horror. It's not trying to just scare the shit out of you. It's trying to, like,
I mean, he'll have shit that'll scare you.
Sure.
He's really good at that. Yeah. But it does it right. So he kind of takes the edge off it.
Gotcha.
Or some of it. But then again, he'll bring that jump scare that fucking is twice of what. What?
See, this is what I like about movies like this. That they lighten it up a little bit, but the jump scares aren't all over the place all the time. Those movies that have two of them, that come at those really opportune spots, that's the kind of jump scare that's not cheap to me. But if the whole movie's just jump scare after jump scare after jump scare, I'm completely uninterested. It's just the cheap way to do it. And
you almost get tired.
Yeah, it gets super tired. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It's not enjoyable to me.
No, we did see a couple good horror movies here recently, but I don't know if they're horror as much as it is a quantum thing, and I'm going to blank on the goddamn name.
You just did. You're not going to.
Well, I'm in the process of blanking. The Endless.
Endless.
Didn't have to look it up.
You didn't.
Didn't quite forget.
You got it.
Kept pulling.
For a while there, you forgot to remember, but then you remembered to remember. So now you are a rememberer.
Yes. Like a whisperer, a rememberer, whisperer. Yes, but Endless was about these two guys who go back to we haven't talked about this yet, have we?
We did last week.
Oh.
We talked about the Endless and the other one.
Oh.
That's okay. But it did look good.
That would be a great sequel name.
The other one?
The other one.
No.
Yeah, because you'd have to have a complex. The first one had to be complex.
No,
or you're just like the crocodile.
It's the perfect name to do Endless 1 through a million because it's endless.
Yeah,
the movie's called Endless. It should just keep going.
You'd have a hard time with that, though, because of the quantum realm and that one. You're just kind of stuck in a loop.
They could have gone all sorts of great places. Like the movie is out and it's not at the same time. They could. Come on.
What did you do last night? Well, we went and saw a movie and we didn't go see a movie at the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's a new way to ingest media. You basically, this movie is The Endless. You might go see The Endless or you might not. What? You both see it and you don't at the same time.
I like that.
What?
Wouldn't it be cool to have a son named Schrodinger? And then, like, people would say, is that your son? And you'd say, sometimes.
What's he doing right now? Well, something and nothing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it could be something.
You're weird. Lay off the fucking window pane. Stop putting that shit in your eye.
It's blue.
Yeah, it is. We got to wrap this up.
We're
blue in the face. We've been talking so much. Yeah, we've been on for a while. The people are getting tired and restless.
I'm going to miss the people. I like the people.
We'll see them next week.
I like the way they lick the glass. Sorry. I have no idea where that came from. Oh, Claude's testing. He's got acting lessons next week. He's trying out for a play, so he was just throwing some new voices out.
Wow.
He doesn't realize I make the voices. He doesn't make the voices.
Oh, he thought he was the real one, and you were voices in his head?
Yes.
How fucked up would that be?
I think they made a movie about that called Splice, didn't they?
Oh, did they? Where all
or
the
not
voices?
Splice, not Splice.
Split, where all the voices in your head, you don't know if you're a voice in some other one's head. Okay.
Yeah, what if I'm just an amalgam?
I've never seen it.
In somebody else's dream. And I'm just an amalgam of
This is a very boring dream. No, I'm kidding.
It depends on what you're doing in the dream.
That's true, yeah.
Why am I naked on a pogo stick?
The fuck?
I know.
Really? This is what you dream of, you
Why
sick
do I
fuck?
have a kangaroo pouch? Why are there marbles and jacks in it?
What the fuck? And they're in my pouch. Those kind of hurt. They have a pointy end.
But it's like a real pouch. It could happen.
That's right. It could. John.
We're going to leave.
Sing us out.
I don't want to sing us out. You didn't tell us who our sponsor was.
Oh, fuck. That's right. Let's see. Our sponsor. Let me think. I got it. And
It's not happening.
It's not happening. I don't have a sponsor today. You're going to have to come up with one. Bill's Blue Blankets.
Bill's Big Blue Blankets?
Yep, that's it. That's all he makes. Yep.
Big Blue Blankets, a subsidiary of Pediatric Industries.
Yep. It's not what you think it is, though.
No.
They don't make blankets. They make blanket corporations.
Yes.
So it's not.
Yeah, so Bill's is a subsidiary of Pediatric. They just
exactly.
They're the funnel for the resources and stuff because they have embroidery and other clothing shops in other small countries.
I mean, the fuckers basically own everything. It's all under Bill's Big Blue Blankets. It's
all under there?
It's pretty much everything. All those companies you know, look it up. B, 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 B. If you see 4 Bs, you know who owns that shit.
You know you're fucked. Have you seen Unilever's logo on the back of like pretty much every product, kitchen or bathroom product you see? It's just a little U, but when you look really closely at it, it's made up of all these different elements and shapes and little things. It's kind of weird, and you just look at it and you're going, "Is this a conspiracy?"
I thought that was the
And then I look at
the kosher symbol or the Jewish symbol. I thought it wasn't.
No.
What's the? No, it's not the Jewish star or whatever, the Star of David.
Yeah.
They, on some products to make sure it's kosher. I thought that was the U with the circle around it.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
But that's not what this is.
Oh, right.
This is like just a fat U, but it almost looks like it's composed of shrubbery, in a stylized fashion.
Gotcha.
But then when you look at it, it's like other weird shapes and stuff. And it's funny, too, because if you get on the web, you see a lot of trademark conspiracy shit where people are like, oh, it's a sign of the fucking devil's apocalypse.
It's fucking chemtrails.
Chemtrails and aliens, man. Fucking tin hats and fucking Rolo bars.
InfoWars, man.
Yeah, crying online, baby. He did cry online, didn't he?
He had to apologize for denying Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook, I remember.
Moron.
But no, didn't he
That
have
guy
a thing where he
sucks.
was crying because he was so sad about some state of affair or something like that? Online, big horse tears. I think you got to practice that. I don't think you can just do that.
You mean it was a, 10th conspiracy theory he came up with in a row that was debunked? Oh, shed a tear. It's the 10th tier.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a... Dude, that could be like the 10th book in a series.
The 10th tier. I get it. Yeah, tier 10. It's in Scientology.
No, tier, as in rain.
I'm going to put up the overlay now.
Why do you
Ladies
gotta
and
be
gentlemen, the overlay's up there now. Let's look at that dog shedding. We're just gonna sing this out to you.
I think this tells a really good story.
It does.
It's a fun story.
Up? Are you up yet?
No, that's not.
No.
That's not it. You're probably. I must have done something wrong. Damien's going to sponsor us.
Yeah, he was going to. And there it is.
And boop.
That's great.
So he's like, hey.
What are you shitting here for?
Hey, and she's like, what? You want him to go back up? He's like, yep. And she's like, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right. And then
Oh, that's how you link them together. And he's just sad.
he's just like, oh, fuck
So
me.
you made a story with these.
Yeah.
I thought these were just not related, and her going up was saying like, is your dick up?
No.
And he goes, oh yeah, it is.
No, this is a story.
Look at that. I never put that together.
You know what? If I would have had time,
That's good.
I would have made it all black and white. Because then it would have went together better as a
Absolutely.
story.
With the and zip. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here.
We
will be
love
here
you.
next week.
We'll be here next week.
He loves you a little more than I do.
Maybe I'll do another video.
But We both love you.
I think he loves you.
We're gonna keep. Yeah, we're gonna add another one of these.
I'll do
This is
another
good.
one.
You know you're gonna be doing this anyway.
It's fun to do.
We don't have to do gifts like this all the time. We could just do pictures and whatever. Yeah.
Like Barney and a G-string.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here before he gets us off the air with G-strings with Barney in them.
I thought I already did.
No, we're still on the air.
Are we?
Oh shit! This is live.
G-string Barney.